Hi guys, first things first, I would like to say that I'm getting a lot of messages from people asking me pretty much the same exact questions that a lot of people are asking me. Um, so I honestly could say that I'm running out of topics. I've been drawing a blank for the past 2 days. I definitely probably have more ideas, but I just can't think of any. So if you have any ideas or things that you want me to talk about, please send me a message and I'll be more than happy to talk about them. Help me out because I'm running out of ideas. I don't want to like leave everyone high and dry when they're expecting a video and just pulling out random topics from my ass because that's not exactly fair to you guys. So yeah, it'd be nice to have help. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. I actually just had the most awkward pause that you could ever imagine, just trying to figure out what I was, if I had to say anything else. But anyway, today's topic of today is figuring out what you want to do with your life. Now, this is something a lot of people have problems with because it's something that is a lot of people have pressure on them now, especially nowadays, because things changed a lot actually. Because now you need to know what you want to do. Because when you go to college, you have to pick a major, and then you spend oh so many years in college doing whatever it is that you want to do, and then you have to pick a career. You got to realize if you like the career. If you don't like the career, you don't want to waste your time and you don't want to waste your money because college costs like pretty much half of your body. It doesn't even cost an arm and your leg. It costs like more than half of your body. That's how much money college is. So you really don't want to waste time in college because it's a huge investment, and once you're out of college and you're going to need to get a job and you're going to be able to pay back all those loans because they charge you monthly for that shit, which really sucks. But anyway, so, figuring out what you want to do is this huge epidemic that a lot of people have problems with, and it's completely understandable because all this pressure that everyone's on kind of confuses a lot of people, and plus, there are tons of people out there that are actually sitting there that say, I don't like anything. Are you. I hate it when people say that they don't like anything, because that's impossible for someone not to like anything, unless you're like completely emotionless. Like, that's ridiculous. But anyway, so for those people that sit there and say, I don't like anything, honestly, you have to like something. And when I say that, I don't mean like you have to like something that you are learning in school and things like that, because there are some things in school that a lot of people just don't like, and they probably will never like them in their whole entire life. Like math, I freaking hate math. So it doesn't have to be something that you learn in school, so that doesn't really count. Just sitting home and playing video games counts as liking something. Or sitting home and listening to music. Guess what? You like music, don't you? You like video games. You like food. So you have to like something. Regardless of if it has nothing to do with school, it counts as liking something. Just by liking something that has nothing to do with school. So, like I said, for those people that have nothing, that say that they don't like anything, honestly, don't kid yourself because you actually do like a lot of stuff. Like for those people that just play video games, honestly, just like video games alone could help you figure out what you want to do with your life. Because look at it this way: every single game is different, right? There's strategy games, there's puzzle games, there's straight up action games, there's straight up shoot 'em up games. There's a dozen different types of games out there. So all those different games could actually help you figure out what you want to do. Like say you like strategy games, like you like Condemned. That's the type of game where you have to go into actual like scanning the crime scene to figure out who did it and all that stuff, and you're just chasing them around the whole entire time. Like liking investigation type of things could help you figure out, okay, I like investigating things. It's something that I could picture myself doing. I like it just because I do it in a video game. It might not be so bad in real life. So you could go into doing that kind of a career where you're actually investigating crime scenes and things like that. So that definitely helps you in that aspect just by playing video games alone because you figure out what you like and don't like. Even for people that still can't think of anything that has to do with anything that they like back to the whole video game thing, say if you just like video games and you can't think of any ties that has to do with anything that might be a potential career for you, um, do you sit in front of the actual video game and you're sitting there thinking to yourself, this game could be so much better? Or, this game would be better if it had this. This game would be so much better if it didn't have this. Or you start thinking of ideas of games for your, like, in your own head, or thinking of ideas of sequels and things like that. That could actually be a great way to help figure out what it is that you want to do. Like, it could help you figure out that you want to go into game design, so you could actually design your own game that has all these things that you think that would make a pretty kick-ass game. So, yeah, you could go into game design, you'd be able to make your own video game. And if going into game design is too hard because you don't have like those creative skills and things like that, you could go into doing actual going into actual like story plots and things like that. Like you could actually write a book about whatever it is. Because look at it this way. I think Lord of the Rings was a book first. I'm not 100% sure if it was a book first or if it was a movie first. I read the books. I didn't, and I watched the movie too, but I read the books after the movie came out. So I mean, you could actually write a book. You could even write a script to a movie, have it turn into a movie, have it turn into an actual successful book, and have a game be turned in, like, come out of it. So honestly, just like in video games alone, and even thinking to yourself, hey, this game could be better with this and this and this, could help you realize that you might be good in actually creating story plots, creating actual games themselves. So don't exactly sit there and say, hey, I don't like anything, because guess what, you like a lot of things. Um, Now for those people that still can't figure out what they want to do, like they just don't know where to start, my best advice for you is to do research on whatever it is. So literally sit there on your computer, and before you actually type into anything, think of what it is that you like, think of things that you would never do in your whole entire life, or things that you just totally skeeve. Like say you skeeve blood. You skeeve the side of blood. Guess what? You're not doing anything involving hematology. If you don't know what hematology is, it's the study of blood, and like blood cells and things like that. So clearly you're not doing that. You're not being a doctor either. So that helps narrow one thing down. Say you hate math. A lot of people hate math. Clearly you're not doing something that has a lot of math in it. Like you're not going into marketing and business, because that's actually a lot of math. And when I'm telling you, I mean like you go to college and guess what? You are going to kill yourself with the amount of math. So don't exactly sit there and be like, hey, I want to open my own business when you hate math, and once you go into college, you're pretty much going to rip your eyes out. Just a heads up. Because I know a lot of people that did that are like, okay, I want to open my own business, it'll be cool, and then they go into it and they're just like, eh. Um, Another thing that advice-wise is after you figure out what it is that you like, what you don't like, sit on your computer, research random things. It helps if you get one of those SAT things, in how in the back it has all those lists of jobs and occupations. Rip that out of the book. Sit next to it, just literally have it next to you, highlight things that you like, things that you might consider doing, and if you don't know what it is, search it into a computer, figure out if you'd actually do it, if you don't like doing it. Another piece of advice that I have for you is, say if you actually want to pursue something, say if it's art or something else, try and be well-rounded in whatever it is. Know the background of it just in case, because every single type of career or whatever it is that you like doing has so many different aspects to it. Like, say, art. Okay, there is no such thing as just art. There's so many different types of art, so you kind of gotta figure out which ones that you like, which ones you don't like, and things like that. Like, so say you like drawing cartoons, but you don't like painting. So like I said, with art, there's no such thing as just art. There's so many different types of art. Like say you like music, there's no such thing as just music, because there's so many different types of music. Because there's actual playing music where you're actually sitting there learning how to play guitar, playing piano, learning how to write music, and then there's studio music where you're actually working in a studio. So when you say, if you actually figure out what it is that you like doing, or maybe a possible career, literally go into the actual research and figure out like every different type of aspect in it, which is a lot. Like say psychology, there's so much psychology, so you can figure out what you would like to actually do and what you might not like to do. Like I'm going into psychology, I want to do like family counseling, maybe even actually like relationship advice and things that you need psychology for relationship advice, because that's pretty much it. But I'm not good in actual science, so I'm not going into clinical psychology because I can't deal with all those prescriptions and things like that. So, like I said, I like psychology, but I had to look at all the different types of psychology before I actually just jumped into psychology, because once you get into college, they're going to be like, well, what type of psychology do you want to do? And you're going to be like, there's different types of psychology? Like, so, no, figure out what different aspects there are in whatever career it is that you might want to actually pursue, and then go from there. Figure out all the different aspects, because there's no such thing as one career. There's no such thing as one type of psychology. There's no such thing as just art. There's no such thing as just music or just anything. There's no such thing. So do your research. Sit sit there, think of what it is that you like, what you don't like. That list that they give you when you take the SAT definitely helps. You can find it online, print it out, highlight different careers and things like that. And if you don't like anything, stop telling yourself that, because you like something. There has to be something you like, whether it's food or just video games. You have to like something. And even if you truly don't like anything, just sitting there going to the movies all the time and you're sitting there saying, wow, this movie sucks. Guess what? You could be a movie critic. So don't sit there and say you don't like anything, because that's so stupid. Don't be stupid. Anyway, sorry for the length of this video, guys. Any questions, problems, suggestions that you have of topics or anything, leave a comment. Send me a message. Feel free to subscribe. Videos pretty much several times a week. Hopefully this helped you guys. If anything, help you guys get that start. If it didn't, or you have any other problems, please send me a message. I'll be more than happy to help. So, bye!